안녕하세요. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Today, I am joined once again with the wonderful Casey of redxsunyt YouTube channel. Go ahead and check his channel out. Link will be down in the description as always. Alright, that's probably the first thing you're gonna have to do right now. If you haven't done it, go and do that right now. Come back to this video and then yes, definitely go and check out his links. I won't just put his YouTube channel, but you know, all his stuff down in the description. Yep. Go ahead and check that out.
Happy to be here.
But yes, today we're back with another Queendom 2 review. Today's episode is all about round 2. Yes, all the round 2 performances. We're gonna talk about them, rank them, say what we gotta say, discuss. Not even, it doesn't have to be all about the performances. Might have a few little things here and there to say about the show and how it's going and whatnot. So you definitely want to stick around till the end, hear everything we gotta say. If you want to give out your opinions and whatnot, feel free to do so down in the comments. Keep it civil though, no toxicity.
Please.
As always, it's gonna be an immediate remove if there's any toxicity. But yes, we are also joined by chat, which I don't know if the chat box is gonna be showing up, but I didn't check that. But chat is also here as we are streaming on Twitch. But yeah, Queendom round 2. I mean, round 2. How?
Oh, yep, chat's there. Cool.
Chat noise. So yeah, dude. Honestly, round 2 was a heck of a round. Honestly.
Round 2 is something else. Yeah, I think these groups are. I think they understand the assignment now. I think
they understand the assignment. It's what Queendom is all about. They just fully showed their potentials, in my opinion.
Exactly. I think for the most part too, the performances should just get better. I think I'm hopeful that they're just gonna get better and better as they kind of figure it out a little bit more. They understand the assignment. Now it's just a matter of using the experience from each round to kind of move forward.
Yeah.
Improve things. So it's gonna be fun.
And it will only get better because the different rounds as well. Like, next one is all about the collabs, which we'll talk about later.
Yes. That is gonna be so fun.
But yeah, that's gonna be really interesting to see. But for right now, we're gonna stick to the performances, and if we want to go talk about them, we'll go in order of performances. So we're gonna start off with wjsn and end off with hyolyn. So wjsn, what did you think of that performance?
Do we want to talk rankings now? I can tell you where I had them.
Sure.
But I have them at number 3.
Okay.
First of all, a little disclaimer for all the groups that we're going to go over. They all killed it. They all did amazing. I might have some little critiques about each group, but I will say that overall, I have more positive than negative to say about all of them. I'm proud of every girl, every group. They all did amazing. So I had a number 3. You and I spoke about VVG's first performance and how, for me, it felt like not having that buddy past kind of took away from my experience just a little bit, right? I think the opposite effect happened for me favoring wjsn in this performance because when I hear a lot of the criticisms from wjsn's performance, it's the song. I haven't heard, Yoram's dance break wasn't great, or they didn't do this or that. It's just people didn't like the song. I think it was a really big gamble, a big risk for them to take the song that they chose and do like a complete opposite concept.
Yep.
As opposed to doing something safe, more in their element, like an Apple.
Yeah.
So for me, not having that big attachment to the song, I just enjoyed it. I loved the performance for what it was. So it's kind of interesting to have that reverse effect, right? Another thing that really stood out was the hourglass.
Bro, that's what I wanted to talk
Hourglass,
about. That's
right?
what I wanted to talk about.
The fact that they reused it and the symbolism behind it of taking, like the misfortune and turning it into a new opportunity, or I don't remember exactly how they worded that, but I thought that was
Yeah.
so cool. Yotam's dance break was incredible. I thought the whole performance was amazing. Again, I enjoyed the song, but I don't have that, really big tie to the song. Um, the vocals were a big step up, it felt like too, from wjsn.
Oh,
She absolutely killed the vocals. Yeah, overall, really, really loved it. I put it at number 3. So,
I have them at number 3 too. Actually, yeah. We were just talking about this. It's like I remember when I first watched it, I was like just absolutely like amazed, and I just watched it again like a few few minutes ago. I had to refresh myself, and yeah, I remember why I got so excited, and
mhm,
because it was just amazing. And it's interesting that you say like because like you weren't too attached to the song and you just enjoyed it.
mhm,
I've mentioned this before. Everybody knows I'm a big buddy, and I love Navilera. And I see where like OG is like coming from, which is Reacts is
mhm.
coming from. But personally, I really love the song, but that that remix was amazing. I really love that remix. Um, the way that they switched it around and made it not only theirs, but like the vibe is different, you know? And I
Almost
feel
like
like to
opposite.
me, that's what a cover can be the same, but I want to see something different, you know,
Mhm.
in a cover. And that's what they gave.
Your
They
own
gave
take on the
something
song.
different. And that's what I really enjoyed. And I feel like that was more what I got more out of than, oh yeah, this is different. I don't know. You
Mhm,
know, just because they took it, made it their own, had a storyline
exactly.
behind it, kind of
Mhm,
followed that storyline and their own.
mhm.
It's kind of like both.
Yep.
It was just amazing, and dancing was incredible. Um, vocals
Mhm.
insane. Sora just surprised the heck out of me.
Yeah,
It's like I know she's got vocals, but I don't know, in that performance she just, you know.
exactly.
Um, other song definitely land in the middle of the pack for me. Okay, okay,
So,
yeah.
an interesting thing for me, and I don't think this is a popular opinion. I think that I'm the strange one for this, but the song is probably the lowest thing on this entire show for me. Because I don't feel like the song is necessarily an extension of the group, if that makes sense.
True.
Yeah, you could argue
Well,
they're given choreography and then they execute it and stuff, but I just I'm
but it's
mhm.
them that perform it. They don't make a song,
Yeah,
which is
exactly. They can be given choreography and do well with it. They can be given a song and do well with it, but um it matters so little
that's
to me if
interesting.
I enjoy
That's
the song or
interesting.
not because I want to focus on the group's execution.
Hmm.
So, and again, it's probably not the most common opinion from what I've seen, but
No, but
um,
that's interesting. It's the first time I'm hearing it.
yeah, like
Yeah.
because I mean they don't necessarily have their hand in it unless you're
No, that is
hyolyn,
true.
right?
That is true. Okay. Yeah. Um. But no, I understand. But
Yeah.
interesting. That is interesting. Cause I do feel like the song plays a big role for me though.
Yeah,
It's
it's how immersive. Yeah, exactly.
cause yeah, it's just a sound and it's not them doing it. Um. But like it's their sound, you
Hmm.
know. Like you have a team behind them. It's not just
Yeah.
them. Like yes,
Mhm.
it's them that we see, but there's a team behind that gives
Yeah.
them
Yep,
a sound, a
exactly.
and whatnot, and that's bro. If we go back like to the like Ujisunyana's performance, to
Mhm.
me, that was their sound. It wasn't their song, but it was their sound. It was them.
Inclusion of a rap part from XE as
Yeah,
well,
from
right?
XE.
Which it wasn't received well.
It was.
And I just rewatched it, and it's like, dude, XE, that rap was crazy. That rap was really impressive, but because people love that song so much, or whatever the reason may be,
why did they add a rap to that
Yeah.
amazing song already? Like,
I haven't heard anyone say anything negative about it other than they didn't like the song, personally, you know? So it's interesting. I don't know.
Yeah, I've seen mixed opinions, but
Yeah.
both are valid, to be honest. Like,
Yeah, for sure.
I can completely understand, but yeah.
Do you think
thanks, Fanta.
with
Sorry, guys.
No, you're good. We've seen them kind of maintain a bit of a storyline and a bit of a theme. Do they keep going with that, or do they mix it up like we expected from, Kepler or Brave Girls or these other groups? I don't know.
That's an interesting thought, because at first I thought they will. Like, I think they will continue that storyline, but after saying that the next one is actually a cover, not a cover, sorry. Am I okay?
Yeah.
A collab. Then I don't know. There's gonna be a gap in that storyline, unless somehow, like, the members do something. I don't think they will. I think they're gonna change it up for the last 4th round.
Okay.
I don't know. It is going well for them though right now.
I think it is, but
it's one of their strong suits in this competition.
Yeah. But does it have an expiration date, right? I just don't know. How many more performances do we get from just the groups that aren't like collab stages or anything? Just one?
I would say one more.
One more? Okay. So, since it's not a long span, I think it's probably okay.
They might bring it in for the last song, but yeah, no, I think it's gonna be okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Then yeah, I think that's fair.
I don't know. That's just me. Fandora, exactly, the Fandora. They might do it for the Fandora, but that is if they're gonna do it. I don't know. It's a good question.
You had her dance break, man. It was so fun to watch. It was so good. And
you know what I loved about that? It was the behind the scenes as well. When Monsta X
I love that so much. Dude, I freaked out. I banged my desk so hard. I scared chat so bad. Everyone got mad. I was so excited. That was so fun and wholesome. I loved it so much.
I did the same thing, bro. I saw Juhunia. I was like, yo! Oh my god. And
I wish we could have more of that. But there's not a whole lot of like sibling groups that can really come in. But man, that was so cool. And they were so real with each other too. Like Juhani was like, look, like I wasn't quite captivated. I wasn't. I need more. And then to sit and help Yoram with her dance break, it was so awesome. It was so cool. I loved it.
And her executing it on the performance, like I don't know, made me smile. I was like,
dude, she's really stepped up in that dance position,
bro.
After C-Line, man, she's crazy.
She's crazy. Gotta love Yodam.
Yep.
But the teamwork as well was another thing I really loved. But
yeah, I was impressed. And again, I loved Dexy's rap, man. I know maybe it was out of place for some people, but at least the execution of it, I thought was really nice.
When you have somebody like Exy in your group, you have to. See, the thing is, right, is that it would go both ways, right? So, like, she did one. People would say, yeah, I don't know about that. The song doesn't really need a rap verse. But then, if she didn't do it, then people would be like, where's Exy's rap? Where's Exy's rap?
I agree with you entirely.
So, it would have gone both ways, honestly. And I'm just glad that she did do it, because that's her thing. That's sexy.
That's that's the biggest thing for me, and with this performance too, is I want to see risk taking. I want to see exactly this. They took a song that is so beloved and made it their own, did a complete 180 on it, and threw in the rap. And in my opinion, it's high risk, high reward, and it was rewarding for me. Not for everyone, but for me, I loved it. So
They were the only ones as well to actually flip it around out of all the performances.
Yeah.
Well, when I say, I mean, a lot
Like
of
a
them did
complete
change it, but
180.
like a complete, like,
yes,
you take a bright song, make it dark.
Mhm.
And that's what they did.
All the respect for that. Yeah.
People might not like it or not, but the execution was pretty spot on, I would
Yes.
say.
I agree.
It's really hard to do that as well, like, and they and I think they pulled it off really well.
Yeah, I agree.
But yeah,
Loona?
shall we move on, Loona? Bro, Loona.
Let's talk about Loona.
Oof. If there was one performance that caught me off guard, it's Loona. I think, yeah. I just wasn't. It's weird because like part of me, like we called it in our previous podcast. We said they're probably gonna do Shake It. They did. So it was kind of inevitable, but still, the performance, even knowing what was gonna happen, they still brought in that surprise factor, which is just
Big surprise
kind
factor.
of a big surprise factor. And I don't know.
Exactly like X-Boy said it, man. It's just like feeling so proud at that moment. Like, I don't know.
As big Arvids, yeah. Yes. But no, yeah, like the fact that we kind of knew, I mean, it's Shake It, you know, that kind of vibe that we were gonna get.
Yeah.
We were pretty obvious that they weren't gonna change much, but they still did.
Yeah.
And the whole like musical aspect of it was so cool and fun. The acting and whatnot was just amazing. The quick changes. Hello.
Oh.
Kimlet's growl.
They took that to a whole different level.
Kimlet's
I
growl.
think it's the most creative. Oh god, the growl. I think it's the most creative Queendom stage we've ever had.
I think so too.
Across both seasons, I think it's the most creative stage we've seen.
Bro, honestly, I feel bad though, cause like, if we're gonna compare like season 1 and season 2, like, Lovely's tried to do a musical.
Yeah.
Didn't go as well, but Loona pulled it off really well. I don't know.
It had everything. I mean, I wrote down a couple notes here on all the groups, and I have the least written for Loona.
Oh?
I just don't know what else to say. It was my favorite performance. It was my rank 1 performance. I think that Loona did a really good job of giving. They have the biggest group. Okay, they have the most members right now. I felt like every member had the spotlight for a moment. I feel like they've been able to give, in this performance, each member the spotlight more than some of the other groups that have less members, to be honest. I feel like they did a really good job of that despite having so many members, but I really don't have a whole lot to say about it. It was my favorite performance, and I was pretty critical with Loona last round, and I'm trying to be, like I said, as objective as possible. So it's a little awkward when your favorite group has your favorite performance, you know, but that's just what it was to me. I can't really argue. I can't really fight it. It's just
no, same. I think it's I'm struggling at putting Loona at number 1 or 2. Like, I had them at number 1 for a while, but then we've got other performances that we're gonna talk about that
got another one.
may take the spot. So it's really hard, but
Go On Got Our Time. That was such a fun. It was just it was a very simple but well done storyline. Like the performance as a whole wasn't simple. It was incredibly intricate. There was so much, but the storyline was so simple but so good. It was so easy to follow along with that element of it. But it's like you could watch it multiple times and find something new to appreciate every time.
Yeah.
That you may have missed. But it didn't, in saying that, it didn't mean that it was too complicated, because you could watch it once and still really enjoy it. But there's just more and more to love out of it every time you watch it.
Yeah,
So,
no.
yeah.
Exactly. That's literally what I found myself doing literally a few minutes ago while I was rewatching it. I was like, oh, yes.
Mm-hmm. I think so, OG. I think it's going to be talked about for a while.
That's interesting comparing it to
Style-wise, no,
Oh
but
my
like
God.
as far as it being iconic, yeah.
No,
I mean, it was...
iconic wise, yeah. But yeah, I mean, there was a lot of iconic stages in this round.
Yes. This round was very competitive, and again, I have more positive to say about every group than negative. It just was...
I feel like overall we're gonna have a lot more, because in the end, I mean, they did all they could, and they're just there to perform and show who they are. So
yeah,
can't fault them for that.
I wish I had more to say about it. Honestly, I just loved it. I mean, it exceeded my expectations. It was different than what I thought it was going to be. There were so many elements of it that I absolutely loved. It was so fun. I don't know.
There was some
was a
cool
big one
choreo points that I really loved. That kind of, I wouldn't say like contradicted the concept they were going for, but
yeah, even Cardi B liked it. I mean, how can you argue with that?
Yeah, no, bro, dude, I'm not gonna lie, that completely surprised me. I was like, what?
And of course, Mnet threw that in the show too.
Oh, they had to. They had to. Yeah, I'm like, bro, what's up with Loona collecting all these famous Western artists?
No.
But seriously, like that just absolutely blew my mind. Which, again, with the fact that we kind of knew what was coming, and it still managed to blow our mind, and just says everything.
Yeah. It still managed to be different, even though we knew what the song was.
See, exactly. Like, Shake It is that summer party. I mean, it's that summer party vibe, right? And they still kept that, but they made it somehow a little bit more brighter. Bro, I was watching it and I'm like, bro, I want to be partying with them on stage right now.
Yeah. No, exactly.
Like, they look like they're having so much fun.
Yeah. And I'm glad that we had the energy back because, like I said, I mean, there were, COVID and different variables, but they just didn't seem to have that Loona energy in the first round. And so I was glad to have that back. I mean, the acting, man.
Yeah,
the acting was crazy.
Say, I was, yeah. I just loved it. And also, you were saying that, the energy and stuff, at the beginning, like before the performance, like you could tell they were in competition mode.
They were in sixth place.
They were in sixth place, and
they had to prove themselves.
They were in that competition mode, but on stage, you couldn't even tell they were in that. They were just, hey, look, we're here, let's do it, having fun. That whole look of like competition. You know how there's like a look, fierce, and like they want to kill it.
Yeah.
I didn't sense that. Like you knew that they wanted, but it didn't bleed through their performance. It was like all you could see was fun, energy.
That's what I love too, is like I want it to feel like they're having fun, not like they're doing a rehearsal.
Yeah.
And I saw that with Loona, and I think the group that I think has been doing the best of that so far has been Brave Girls. I mentioned that the energy and the fact that they're just having so much fun despite some obstacles. I really respect that. So I like to see the groups performing, not rehearsing, and having fun with it, enjoying their time on stage and taking it all in. I think that's really fun to see.
That's another thing. Yeah, I mean, it was just enough when they finished their stage and they said, bro, I am proud of the stage we did. I was like,
Yeah, seriously, and they should be.
Yes, please. That's what you need. Exactly. It's like that's the kind of spirit you need to have. You know, be proud of what you've done. You know. The crowd was loud.
Interesting, OG. I mean, if that's even like 10% true, then that's.
Really? I actually I did hear people say look at like the still cams. They're like better than the ones from the show. I didn't watch it. I was going to, but I didn't. Probably should have. But you're probably right.
Much left with Luna, man. Like I said, it just.
I don't. Yeah, I just absolutely left it. Either top 1 or 2. Well, I'm still debating. I think it's gonna be in debate for the rest of my life. To be honest,
it's tough. 1 and 2 was a battle for me.
Yeah.
Until I just rewatched them. Yeah.
All right. Well.
Brave
with
Girls.
that, we're on to Brave Girls.
Yes.
I loved it. I think, again, you know, it's hard to tell because, again, we're going with the fact that they enjoyed themselves, and that's basically all we want, right? Them to enjoy themselves on the stage. Yes. The stage was amazing. The bribe didn't work, though, unfortunately. I'm really disappointed at that. The bribe with the money.
It didn't
make
work.
It rain.
I don't know how it didn't work, but it just didn't work.
I don't know. It would have worked on me, honestly. No, but no. Seriously though, the performance was. I think it was really good. They showed a different side of themselves. We kind of expected they were gonna probably go with mask. But to be fair, though, I felt like Brave Girls had it harder because they had to cover a group that doesn't have that many songs. So, like, for example, we were saying like Loona has so much diversity, they could pick anything they would want, whatever vibe they want.
I have one group that I think had the hardest.
Okay.
Above, we'll get into that, but yes, I think you're right. They the song pool is smaller, but Mask is like we talked about. Like Mask is such a good performance song, so it was almost just like a free, like I didn't really expect it to not be Mask, because it's not like we're gonna do 5 covers. We're just doing 1. So the size of song pool, while it was a little bit limiting, they had Mask. They had a good opportunity there for them. So I agree, but also at the same time, I think that there could be the disadvantage of maybe Mask not being quite as well known, right? That could be a factor. Being a B-side and but
Mask went pretty viral.
Yeah, the performance is crazy.
Mask did go pretty viral. But yeah, but maybe, you know, there's the fact that we kind of knew what was gonna come as well, you know. But somehow they did make it. I'm gonna say this for every group, like they really did cover it as their own rather than cover it as a, you know, Kepler song, you know.
Exactly.
They covered it as a Brave Girl song. But yeah, no, everything, like with the storyline and everything, it had a small like storyline that I did really like.
It was fun. I really enjoyed it.
It was a fun performance, and the dance break. Because see, that's another thing that I've seen people say, and like performance-wise, it was like lacking, and I'm like, I can see why. You know, like there's no big massive like dance break or whatnot from the members.
I was going to touch on that a little bit too, and I think I know why. At least just my opinion is that, and I say this with full respect, but I think Brave Girls are behind the rest of the groups in their danceability.
100%,
and I think that's purely based. I think it's generational. I think it's styling. I don't think it's any inability from Brave Girls. I think it's just a matter of, again, the times right? I think, but I still think that with that, they did a really good job. But it
Oh,
wasn't as explosive
yeah.
as a Kepler or
No,
Luna or
exactly. Like you wouldn't have that big choreo, and whatnot, but they still had some,
yeah, they did.
and as well, like Brave Girls is not known to be a performance group from like the
Hmm.
beginning, right?
Exactly,
They're more inclined to the vocals.
which are incredible.
They're kind of like the B2B of Queendom,
Mm.
right? B2B absolutely nailed it, and I can definitely see Brave Girls do the same thing.
Hmm.
Casey says Brave Girls is old, but like no, I agree with that though. Like when you look at how how performance evolved through these generations, you can tell that this generation has a lot more performance based, crazy choreo, whereas before it was more of like shake them hips kind of thing.
Yeah,
Well, for a girl
exactly.
group, you know.
Hmm. And
Or
even
you
down to
look
the training style and the rookies. I mean,
training style, everything, yeah.
it's getting crazy. They're creating monsters. Like, they're creating
Yeah.
there's an evolution of K-pop where there's no more roles. Every
Mhm.
trainee is just an ace, and it's insane.
Mhm.
So yeah, nothing against Brave Girls.
Oh,
It's
not at
just
all.
I think for what it was, they did fantastic with it.
Absolutely. Hype up the crowd. They did that.
Hmm.
They're good at doing that.
See the Hyolyn argument. I was waiting for someone in chat to say that because I know Hyolyn's also. I mean, even an older generation, but Hyolyn's different. I mean, we can acknowledge Hyolyn's different.
I knew
Like,
that was gonna come.
I was waiting
Me
for
too.
it, but like, I just don't accept it. I'm sorry. Hyolyn's
Hyolyn's
different,
just
man.
different.
Hyolyn is.
But there is that argument though. Like there
Hyolyn is
are a few
also.
other groups that I could name that are performance based that are in that
Mhm,
generation.
mhm.
But when you look at Brave Girls and what they were meant to be,
Yeah,
they weren't a performance base, right?
yeah,
They were probably formed not with like not the intention of having all these dancers, but more in that vocal side of things,
yeah, yeah,
right? So
yeah.
as a group, they're not, you know, like that's how it was.
Hmm.
You know, like bro, you can have a bunch of I could name a few.
No, yeah, I have nothing negative to say about Brave Girls' performance. I love their performance. I'm just saying, like, uh, it's just that. And I think with Hyolyn too is Hyolyn is no longer Sistar. She's Hyolyn. She's a solo artist, and so she has kind of adapted a different style of dance, and she has made these changes and altered things. Where Brave Girls is still Brave Girls, right?
But you see,
So
yeah,
it's just different.
there's still that branding, right? Like
Yeah.
we know what Hyolyn can do. Was she able to do that in Sistar? No, because Sistar had that branding of that sexy side, right? So it's just that kind of thing, and
Hmm.
yeah. But honestly, like for what Brave Girls are, they did absolutely amazing in my opinion, and I absolutely love that stage.
It was
The
either my first or
staging.
second favorite song too, like remix.
Oh yeah, oh
Mhm.
yeah. I mean, all
And we
these
got
remakes are bangers. To be
yeah,
honest,
I think so.
I've been listening to them for on repeat.
Yeah,
um,
yeah. Dali is not a second gen song exactly.
no,
Choreo, and the the adversity that they faced as well. I mean, they were recovering from COVID. They had it bad, man. They could barely talk, and when they were doing the recordings,
yeah, yeah.
so even more props there. I mean, all these groups seem to be facing these little adversities, and it just keeps showing the
Pro-
professionalism of these
professionalism.
groups.
You can tell that they love their craft,
Yes,
and that's what I want to see. You know, it's like
exactly.
you know that they're here because they want to. They want to show what they can do. They'll do everything that they can to be able to show that.
Yeah.
And yeah, and like you said, with COVID and everything, with all the members almost being completely sick, couldn't even sing and whatnot, The fact that they
Yeah.
managed to pull that off is kind of incredible.
Yeah. Seriously. No, really. What do you think about where they placed?
It's hard because there's so many good performances.
It's so hard because it's like I think about it, I'm like, there's no way that's sixth place. But then I try and find something
You
that's
look
sixth
at
place
the
and I
other,
can't find
exactly,
anything.
you can't find. And I hate having to rank stuff because
It's so
I
hard.
can say, yeah, I think it places there, right? But me saying that out of all the performances, it being 6, doesn't mean it's really, really bad. It's really good. It's really, really good. But when you have to, like, when you've got these other performances that are just a little bit better,
It's a little more.
in a
The gap
world
between-
of like numbers, then yeah, it's gonna be 6.
yeah,
But
the gap between 4, 5, and 6 for me is very, very,
it's
very small,
super
almost
huge for
non-existent.
me. Yeah.
I would say the gap between 1, 2, and 3 to 4, 5, and 6 there's a little bit more of a gap, but even still, nothing crazy. I think all the performances were amazing. So that's why I can't name a 4, 5, and 6. I just have a question mark. I have my top 3, but for 4, 5, and 6, it's just a big question mark for me because it's just tough.
Exactly.
It's just a tough one.
The worst is not even a worst. Like it's just, you know, like it's just that if you like you have to put it somewhere, then
Yeah, it's tough.
it doesn't mean it's bad. It's really, and this is why, like, I'm watching this show and I honestly don't care about rankings.
Yeah.
I'll watch it. It's like, okay, yeah. And for sure, like, rankings can actually affect a performance because, I mean, Brave Girls, how do you think they're going to feel now? They're going to want to do their 200% for their next performance after that. Like, it's definitely going to boost them. Yeah. I mean, yeah, they could take it the wrong way and be like, yeah, okay, people just don't like us. We're worthless or something like that. Obviously, I hope not. Brave Girls have been they've been through worse, all right? Like that is practically nothing to them at this point. But they will definitely see that as a boost and for them to be better next time. They'll put, I'm sure, I swear I see this, they're gonna pull out something out of nowhere and everybody's gonna be like, yo, they won't play 6 again.
I don't think so.
I don't think they will.
I even said this about last round. Like, last round and this round, Brave Girls' performances were so close to being one of my favorites. Like, so close. I just something so small is missing, and it's different for each performance. But I agree. I don't think they're gonna place 6th again. I really hope not. I agree with you. I do think that they're going to use it more of a motivational thing than to feel too negative about it because they have been through so much. I think they're going to be fine. I really hope so. But I think they're going to be fine.
I think so too. But I don't wish anybody to place last, you know.
Oh yeah, of course not. Every group deserves to be in the finale. I mean, 100%. Exactly, Lucha.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I don't want them. Like, we said we don't care about the rankings, but obviously I don't want them to play 6 either, again, because then we all know what that means.
Yeah.
They're no longer in the show. I hate that. I hate it.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that. There's too many like circumstances that can affect that. I don't know.
But hey, you need that drama, eh?
Yeah. That's the thing. Yeah, overall, man, I enjoyed it. I thought the Brave Girl sound to Mask was so cool, like the masquerade style and
that dance break in the
Brave
middle,
Bucks. Yeah, it was I enjoyed it,
The
man.
brave
Like I said,
bugs.
yeah, I don't really have much negative to say about it. I just,
Um, I definitely think it's an upgrade to their previous performance.
yeah,
Wow. Like
I
Chima
think each
Param and
performance
Roland
had some, mm-hmm,
was
some
great,
positive elements. Yeah,
but trying something new for them.
that's another exactly. And like I said, man, risk taking is something I value a lot on this show. And to what OG said too, I mean, if fandoms are coming together to help prevent that too,
Oh,
that's
I
nice because the negativity that we've seen between fandoms has been so disappointing. I've been so disappointed in people, to be honest.
I
Um, this needs to be a time of unity, and the fact that we even
no.
have the show and we have these interactions and these stages after COVID and everything that's been going on is a blessing, and people are just being so nasty. Like, just enjoy it, man. This is such a good time. This is so cool. It's about unity, and so if that's true, then that's that's really cool.
But
That's
we
what it
do
should be
live in the
about.
internet, so
We do, we
yeah,
do, and it's unavoidable.
it's sad.
But
But at the same time, like I do feel like nowadays fandoms are bonding together. I mean,
I hope so.
like a Dreamcatcher, you know. People
Mhm.
bonded together and were like, guys, we need to give them their first win, and they got it. And I
Long
feel like the
overdue.
same thing is gonna happen with Brave Girls. People are
I
gonna
hope
be
so.
like, look, I'm
I
not
hope
a
so.
fan of Brave Girls, but I don't want to see them go. So let's vote for them for a bit, you know?
Yeah.
And I definitely see something like that's gonna happen. And I have, although yes, there's a lot of bad things happening on the internet, like with fandom wars and whatnot.
Mhm.
But I do feel like there's a lot more positivity happening now too.
That's good.
Well,
I
yeah.
hope so. I hope so.
I
hope it
just
continues.
I don't want my Brave Girls to
I
leave.
know.
Please, guys, vote for them.
I know.
They deserve more. But the fact that they're on Queendom, can we just say, is pretty insane.
It's awesome. It really is.
All right. So
Okay.
next up is VVZ. I love that that stage. That stage was so good. Like the tango-ish vibes that they added
The
to
Latin
that.
vibe.
Oh, the Latin vibe, yeah.
Yeah. The Latin vibe, the whole aesthetic of the performance and the outfits and everything was so
Red and black.
gorgeous. Absolutely
Oh.
amazing. I love that aesthetic so much, and I would say that's tied with the remix of Mask. I know that wasn't. It wasn't, at least in the space that I've seen, received quite as well in terms of a remix. But I loved it. I absolutely loved it. That's tied with Mask for me on the favorite like song remix. I really enjoyed it.
I agree. Bro, when you take a song like Unnatural and turn it that way, especially when it's VVZ as well, like they proved themselves as well with this performance.
Mm-hmm.
We
Yeah.
saw a different side of them.
We did.
Not
And
as like not just as VVZ, but as like members of gfriend too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
A really confident.
Yeah, a lot more confidence. It was good.
Oh yeah.
Touching back on which group I thought had the most difficult task ahead of them, for me it was them.
Okay.
There's been a lot of talk about the higher registers in wjsn
Yeah.
and that being pretty difficult for VVG, and the workload for Unhop being a lot with the vocals. So if there was anything about the performance that felt a little bit off, I would say it's the vocals.
Interesting.
but not enough to really like make the performance bad. Like I really enjoyed the performance. Again, I thought the whole aesthetic and everything was amazing, and I did think the vocals were fine, but I think it was a dude, Unnatural is a very vocally demanding song. That's a difficult song. It's a
Like
hard
just
one.
that whole chorus is really high.
Yeah, and you could even see it too in the behind the scenes stuff. They were struggling with it in the recordings. They themselves even admitted that it's the higher register was difficult for them, and um, but I would say that at the end of the day, the performance was really really good, and despite that, I think they did really really well. Um, and Unha, man, like she was so stressed about that little part. I felt
I
so
know,
bad.
I know. My Unha's just like, it was a good enough, or I'm not good enough. I'm like, bro,
Dude,
bro.
I hated that.
I'm like, I can't
hated
even
that.
do that. Stop. You did well. You did well. It always breaks my heart when I see idols just be like not confident enough, and like
Yeah, especially someone who's been in the game for so long, you know?
yeah, like I agree it's something different and she hasn't done before, but like when you take that into consideration and you see what she did, then that's even better, you know? Like
Yeah.
sure, it might
Yeah.
not have been exactly
It
how the
wasn't perfect,
choreographer had it, but it's your
but
first time trying it. You've practiced hard for it, and you
and,
did
and
it.
and then touching back, I'm gonna keep saying this, taking risks. Right? It was something that was new to her and it was a little bit difficult for her in the
Hmm.
moment, and she did take a risk with it, and I'm
Yeah,
super proud of her for that. And yeah, maybe it wasn't
that's what this
executed
show's about.
flawlessly, but it was. I mean, she did
It's
great.
the effort. It's the effort
Yeah, she
that
did
counts.
fantastic.
All right, noise.
Got any swords in here? No.
I should.
But yeah, I think like aesthetically it was my favorite performance.
God, dude, it was so
It
good.
was it was gorgeous.
Dude, the fact like the mirror
Oh, I
scenes.
forgot.
Oh my god, that was so good.
I got the
I
chills when they did that.
I absolutely love that.
I love
It's
that. That was so
simple.
cool.
It's
It was so
simple.
simple but so
It's just
good.
a mirror, but like, oh my god, bro. Honestly, like,
No, I really, again, like you said, it's simple, but it doesn't need to be complicated. You know, like it was super impactful, even though it was simple.
yeah, you don't need
So I loved it.
extravagant movements or anything.
Mhm.
Just it's the little details, man. It's the little details.
We talk about the rap part. I mean, she really again took another risk, and I thought she killed it. I thought she sounded fantastic.
Bro, I need more. I need more.
Can we see more?
I
Like,
want to see
please?
more. Bro,
Like,
imagine, yo, she might even be in the rap line
oh my
for the
goodness.
collab.
That would be so cool.
I know she's
Look,
a
dude,
dancer. She's like
she's a
the dancer of
dancer,
the.
but
She's gonna take a. Are talking about
dude,
risks here? She's
dude,
gonna take a risk.
there's not a lot of really, like, I would say rap is probably the weakest point on the whole show. Because like Luna doesn't really have like that strong rapper.
I mean, would you say it's got Exy?
We have XC and we have like Hikaru and Kimda and stuff, but like I would say as a whole for the show,
Yeah, no,
it
I
might be the
agree.
weakest point. Not that it's bad or weak, but it's the weakest point of vocals, dance. So that could be really cool. If she took a risk, went into like and she was in like the rap portion and killed it, that would be so cool. Yeah, go on best rapper. That's true.
Yeah. No, but I agree. No, I honestly think, like, speaking of risks, she most probably will go in the rap unit.
That would be really good for them too. If she did and did well, that'd be
It's
fantastic.
gonna be a good opportunity for her and for the
Yeah,
group in the future
the
as well.
group. Hmm. What do you think about? I mean, it's probably the same answer, but their ranking as well. Like,
Fourth.
because technically they went down a spot.
Well, it's debatable
But
because
it's debatable because
Luna
Loona.
was an automatic 6, so
So they're kind of just hovering in that mid range.
I think
For me
everybody's just
personally,
hovering at the same place. Luna is just the one that went whoop.
yeah,
But
yeah, yeah. For the most part, it's been pretty clear. The rankings really haven't fluctuated too much. I mean, this is only 2 rounds, but
true.
hmm,
See, the unit, the collab stages, that's when it's gonna get interesting.
yeah,
This is where it can change.
yeah.
But yes, no. I keep wanting to call them gfriend, man.
Yeah, if it slips, it's something. It's okay.
I was just about to say gfriend. But VVZ though, like that stage was incredible.
Yeah.
Absolutely enjoyed
Yeah.
it. Again, like you, I'm really debating on where I would rank that one.
It's hard.
It's so hard. I can't.
4, 5, and 6. It's just too difficult for me.
Cause it's like you're ranking like different vibes as well.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like you can rank like a certain performance, but I can't ignore the fact that all of these performances give off different vibes.
Yeah.
And that will affect how I view things.
Mm-hmm.
No, bro, I could be like, you know, somebody that likes darker rather than brighter, you know.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I really like all of them though.
Yeah. No, overall, I think it's been really fun. We can keep saying it, but like round 2 is just too competitive. I think the gaps are really small. So it's hard. I was able to rank, you know, the opening stages in the round 1. I wouldn't say necessarily easy, but I was definitely able to, and I just can't. Exactly, OG. It's kind of where I'm feeling, yeah. My top 3's locked, but 4, 5, and 6, just everyone just did so well.
All right. Well, we're gonna move on to Kepler. Now this is gonna be interesting because a lot of things happened.
A lot of things happened.
A lot of things have happened in that performance. To be fair, things that I did not even notice as a viewer online. I mean, if you're that dude where Dion fell on top, then that's pretty obvious.
You might notice. you might notice then. A little easier.
I mean, you saw his reaction. He's like,
yeah,
but,
glad she's okay.
Apart from that, like, yeah, I obviously, I'm super glad that she's okay.
Yeah.
But, yeah, not something I would have noticed. I didn't even notice until they ended off, and I was like, why are they crying?
Yeah, I missed
then
it
it's
too.
like, oh.
Entirely. Yeah.
Her recovery was insane. Bro, she got straight back up, went on the floor and did her pose and continued like it was nothing.
Again, it's the professionalism and composure from these groups, especially for a rookie group. Like, she could have been injured, you know, we don't know. And she, like you said, she recovered so quick, she got back up and immediately got back in. She fell off the stage. Like, she could have rolled an ankle, like she could have gotten hurt.
Yeah.
You know?
And I love how when they left, all the other groups like knew about it and they all went to say like hopefully she, you know.
Yeah.
That was kind of heartwarming. But no, in terms of performance though, how did you
I am super proud of them for that performance. I mean, you know me, my expectations for Kepler have been high, and I've been a little rough on him, but out of love. I've wanted to see something different, and I know it's literally only the second round, and I get it, but I say that more because I spoke about how it was predictable from Kepler, and this wasn't. This was amazing. This was literally like Alice in Wonderland had a pool party. And I loved it.
What I was saying. That's exactly what I was saying.
It was fun, and we talk about stage presence and acting and stuff, and I mean, how could you not start off with Yeso like that?
Yeah, no,
What an
bro.
incredible actress. Like we talk about the Fate series.
I
Like,
was just gonna
she's
say that's exactly
incredible.
what I said. I saw her do that. I'm like, bro, I'm gonna cry again. This is bringing me
I
back to
know.
Fate again.
Like you get emotional just from the sight of it.
Yeso has this aura about her when she performs like that.
That's what I was
When it's
trying
like
to
a
say.
performance and acting at the same time. She
Mhm.
can do that, and holy moly, it brings
That's
out the emotions in you.
That's such a good example of what I was trying to explain about like what I felt was a tiny bit lacking with BBG's first performance is like you can portray so much emotion just with that, and she killed it. Like the way that started off was so good, and the performance was very in line with Luna's, very similar.
Yeah. There's
They
a lot
had
of acting and
the acting and the outfit changes, and even like they pulled Chu across the bar top, and they pulled I think, was it Kimda or Bahi like on the little thing, and
did they pull it?
a lot of yeah, they pulled it. It was very similar, so there was a lot of similarities. I'm proud of them.
Seriously,
they might not have ranked very high, but I have nothing but praise for what they did. They faced some adversity, unfortunately. More than just Kimda falling. Yujin, which I gotta say, it's really unfortunate, but
it was avoidable. I feel like
it was avoidable because your prop is literally soap.
Yeah, I know.
It's gonna get on the
floor. Making her stand in it, like I don't know, I don't know.
Yeah. So that part, I was like, man, it's unfortunate, and the bubble was so cool. The timing on her little
I love
pop
that
was
with
so
the pop.
cute.
Yeah.
I was like absolutely stun locked when she walked out too. She looked so gorgeous.
Oh,
she's been.
Let's not talk about the visuals.
Visual just ridiculous. Yeah, man. Overall, I'm super proud of them. My one big critique, I will say, why put Roland in the song, man? I
get it.
So same with Hyolyn. I think Hyolyn and Kepler, to me, my personal opinion, I just don't get it. The only thing that makes sense is they want to name drop a song for like attention, but I ask myself, did that elevate the performance? Did Hyolyn's PTT elevate that? Did Roland elevate Pool Party? And I say no for me.
I think it was mainly for like that surprise factor. Like they wanted.
Is it a surprise factor though? Because it's Roland, and we've seen it 3 times, and
I completely understand where you're coming from.
Yeah.
Like I did think of that, but at the
party
same,
was so good.
It was. But I think part of them wanted to, because it was them that decided to do that, right? Like it was something that they decided and they were confident with, and although it might not have elevated the performance like they thought or whatnot, but it's the fact that they had the idea and they integrated it, which is something that I feel like, I don't know, it's their choice.
Yeah. I was so immersed in that, just kind of
I get that.
Pulled me out a little bit, and I mean, like I said, if they they went out of their way to think of the idea and execute it, then props. Just for me personally as a viewer, I just wasn't a fan of it. And that's not just Kepler, it was Hyolyn as well. It just didn't elevate the performance for me. I was really loving the Pool Party. It just took me out of it a little bit, but that's the only little critique I have. It's not even that major. It didn't ruin the performance. I still loved it. But
no, I agree. Yeah. I'm with you with that. I mean, we're gonna get to Hyolyn's one.
Yeah.
Because but like, I didn't get disappointed in it. Like, it's like I thought it was pretty cool. It's like kind of an homage in a way. To the whole situation. And I felt like maybe what they were going for, but yeah. And it's weird because like if you're gonna put it like They didn't have it in the whole song. It was just like at that one beginning, one first.
I agree with what X-Boy said too, with the final chorus.
Yeah.
I mean, the final chorus was really good. I actually preferred it. What's up, Panic? Thank you, brother.
Hey, thanks for that.
Like I said, it didn't ruin the experience for me or anything. I just felt like it could have been better without it. And I understand, like, it's paying respects to Brave Girl and stuff, but Brave Girls are trying to create this narrative, or Mnet or whoever, in the beginning of the show of we're not just rolling.
It. Yeah.
You know, we're not just rolling, and then they did rolling, and then Kep1er did rolling, and you know, it continues. But that was just my one little small critique. I'm super proud of them and everything that they did, especially in facing the adversity that they did.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. I really liked how they changed the song of Pool Party as well. Like,
yeah,
the original song is great and energy. You know, it's a pool party, right?
Yeah.
But the way Kep1er managed to bring that out in a more fun way somehow was great to see.
A little more fun, innocent way, yeah. We talk about the little dance break on the railings too. Incredible.
I did not expect that.
No.
I was like, yo. And then they pulled out the whole railing and stuff. I was like, yo, okay.
Exactly. It's like we've talked about. Like, we know how explosive and strong Kep1er is when it comes to dance. So if we see a big powerful Kep1er dance break, it's gonna be like, you know, awesome, but we expect it. So the fact that they had such a cool dance break in such a different style,
softer,
prop like that,
like a softer
and softer, but
elegant.
still like. Again, I think just the number one word when it comes to Kep1er stage for round 2 is just proud. I'm proud of them.
Yeah.
For their performance and everything that they did. Don't know where I rank it. Still.
I don't know where I rank it either.
But I'm so glad that we got to see that side of them, because like we've talked about, we've seen that side. We watched Girls Planet. Not everyone has, and so it was important for them.
Their outfits kind of reminded me of Ice Cream.
The ice cream stage. I wonder if they had any like thought of that.
Yeah, maybe
in their mind. Yeah.
They had the outfits left over in a way. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but really enjoyed that.
Yeah.
We're on to the last one.
We're on to the last one, and I gotta ask, like,
hyolyn.
When is Mnet gonna release like the patch notes? Like, when is the hyolyn nerf gonna happen? Because it's kind of out of control. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Last but certainly not least, right? Hyolyn.
The beast.
The beast.
That is hyolyn. Holy. Yeah, no, that stage, bro, and the way that starts with her literally hanging for dear life.
She's not connected to
attached
anything.
Her. No, she's holding on. She could fall anytime.
She could fall and break her neck. Like, seriously.
I was actually concerned. I was like, yo, I don't see no harness there. If nothing. She falls, it's done. She's done.
And she wasn't just like in one tight, secure position. She was altering her positions and doing some risky ones, and she has no experience on the thing either. We saw that in the behind the scenes, right? That entrance alone was like so powerful.
And bro, and I think like with that entrance, I don't know if you noticed, but like the camera angle, how like there was a moon in the background.
Yeah.
But like the hoop and her in the middle was like literally perfectly in line with the moon. Oh, that was like aesthetically pleasing to me.
Yes.
And it fit the vibe and the concept that she was going for with the whole Bat woman.
Which was so fun.
Oh, that was so cool.
It was so fun.
Cool. But yeah, like you said, one of the little critiques that I had was the Paint the Town little reference there, because I'm not gonna lie, once I heard that, I got so hyped.
Me too.
That she was switching to Paint the Town, but no, it baited. It was an absolute like a big debate, bro. Like I was like,
I lost it.
We're
I was
back
like, oh my
to
God.
So what? Are you kidding?
And then,
what?
and she just didn't really do anything with it. It almost felt like she just put the title in to put the title in, to have Paint the Town listed there. Like,
yeah, exactly.
I heard it and I was like, oh my god! Like
I lost my mind.
Yes, I lost my mind.
I was like, it is a medley, and then it's like, oh no, it's not. It was just she just threw that in. It's like, okay,
and then she just did kind of like a very minimal little. I don't know. Yeah, it felt more like she, just putting Paint the Town in there to put it in.
Yeah.
To me, again, like Kepler's, it didn't elevate the performance for me.
See,
yeah,
like,
that would be my one critique.
Hyolyn's decision to put Paint the Town was more of a bigger impact for me than Roland, like Kepler
I
and
agree.
Roland. Like, I didn't get debated with like Kepler or anything, but I
thought
did.
Kepler executed it better.
Oh yeah,
for sure.
Kepler at least, just like they threw it into the lyrics a few times, moved on. But I don't know. Hyolyn's performance was absolutely crazy good, but that Paint the Town, I don't know, man.
To Steve's point, that's one thing that I want to talk about is, and we touched on it briefly before, but with Hyolyn's performances, it seems that her vocals are louder and more in front of the song, where the rest of the group's vocals, I think, are behind the song. So for what Steve is saying, I kind of, I don't know. The other thing too with that is, first of all, she keeps putting on a vocal clinic. At this point, it's not close to me.
It's her strong suit.
It is. It's one of though. I mean,
no, I mean, of course she's an ace,
crazy.
But like, to me, Helen's like an insane vocalist.
Yeah.
Like she's really good at everything else, but vocal is
right. But I respect the mixing for that. For that reason, I respect it. A lot of people kind of think like, the vocals are too loud and stuff, but I think it's perfect. And I think one thing, just one thing that is really setting Hyolyn apart from the rest of the pack right now is that she's performing. It feels like a performance at a concert where she's
it's her charisma.
It's her charisma, but it's like, yeah, exactly. It's the hyping up the crowd. It's the interactions. It's the like the vocal ad libs here and there. It's like, like put your hands up and all this stuff to hype up the crowd. Where the other groups, and I don't say this in a negative way, but like feel it's like, okay, here's our song, here's our choreo, here's our concept, here's everything, and then they drill it a bunch and then they perform it.
Yeah.
It's a muscle memory thing.
Yeah.
Rather than a performance. Yeah. And she is just so far ahead of everyone with that. So
100% agree with that.
I've seen people kind of draw comparisons to like Mamamoo.
I was just gonna say it's just like she's like one Mamamoo, bro, in one body.
Yeah.
Like she's gonna hype up the crowd. Like her charisma on stage is just unparalleled. Like seriously.
And from experience too, like we can say there's no difference in the raw vocals and what you see. Right? Like we've seen some altering for all the other groups besides Loona, just because they weren't there, but there's no difference in Hyolyn's vocals.
Kanye's just that vocal powerhouse. Yeah, what we got to say.
Yeah, it's incredible. What is there really left? I mean, at this point in the show, I mean, I know it's only round 2, but it does feel like there's kind of a big gap. A little bit.
See, like in the rankings, like she's ranked high. Like an all kill basically. She's got all the points.
Yeah.
And the differences in between the other groups is quite large.
Yep.
Although she does absolutely deserve that, I'm just talking about the other groups. I feel like they deserved more.
That's fair.
I feel like yeah, I mean everybody's talking about hyolyn and how crazy good she is, and of course hyolyn's hyolyn, but like you've got the other groups that are absolutely crazy good as well. Like
Yeah.
I feel like the gap is way too big for what it should.
I can agree with that.
You know?
I can agree with that. Yeah. For sure.
I don't know. It's just me. Like, again, don't get me wrong. She flipping deserves that first place, but it's just the gap in between. I'm like, I don't know.
Exactly. It's like Chad is saying too. It's like she's not by muscle memory staring at, you know, camera 1, camera 2, and then camera 3. She's looking
She's
at the
doing
crowd.
whatever
She's
she
interacting. She's performing.
She's improvising.
Yeah, she has a set performance and, you know,
Yeah,
a
but
set skeleton for sure. But she is you know, kind of improv in that aspect. And like X-Boy said, I mean, that's going to sweep up the live votes because she's interacting with everyone they're voting.
The fact that she also ended off the performances as well.
Yes. And I think we have to talk about that bridge and that final chorus and the high note was absolutely insane. I'm going to say this and maybe you regret it, but I think because a lot of people, you know, they didn't like the mixing or they didn't like the song, like a lot of them, which is fine. But to me, the bridge and like the ending of So What is already so good. I didn't expect her to make it better, and I think she did.
Mm-hmm.
I think that bridge and final chorus were just absolutely incredible.
I agree.
Like
no, honestly, like I mean, Salt's bridge, iconic, one of the best, and she made it better.
Yeah.
Somehow, I mean, she's hyolyn, so she can do anything.
Yeah.
But yeah, I agree.
Yeah, hyolyn is. I was a little worried because, you know, hyolyn as a solo artist, I know Sistar was huge, and like I'm not saying she's not popular, but like if you like look at music shows, for example, you know, if we have a music show right now, she's gonna be behind a lot of these groups, like a Kepler. We saw that on recent music shows with Laying Low. Like it's not like she's dominating music shows, right?
She's not. See, that's
the thing.
Sorry. That's what I was gonna say. Like, when it comes to hyolyn, I'm like really surprised, but at the same time, I am not. Like, you know, it's she's
I'm not
the ace
surprised
of aces, right? So obviously, we're not surprised that she's ranked high, but at the same time, I'm still surprised because it's like, bro, out of all the groups there, her and I mean maybe not Brave Girls now, but they would rank the lowest in like all votings, album sales, whatever it is.
Yep.
Right? Like,
that's the thing.
It doesn't make sense, but it makes sense.
Yeah, so you can't say like, oh, hyolyn's only doing this because, you know, she's super popular. She's taking that and grabbing that herself. She through her execution and her performance, she is. So it's like you said, like, should the gap be that wide? No, in the sense that the other groups are killing it. But there are things that she's doing that the other groups just aren't. So it's tough, man. It's like you don't want to rank anyone low. You don't want there to be a gap, right?
Yeah.
But hyolyn's she's just doing a bit more. And I see a lot of people, you know, haven't had her ranked that high in both weeks, which, you know, obviously everyone's entitled to their opinion and stuff, but but I think that objectively, I think it's kind of hard to argue that she's doing really, really well.
Oh, 100%.
Right. Like I've seen her ranked 5th and 6th, and while that is subjective, there's got to be a point where it's like, I don't know. It's tough. There's that fine line. But but they all just killed it, man. They all killed it this week. It's so competitive.
Mm.
So I don't know.
Oh man, the music. I'm sorry. I just kind of like got semi emotional real
Yeah.
quick. I was like, yeah, they're all killing it right now, and they're all having fun while doing it, and you know, it's part of the charms of the show. You know, it's yes, there's that competition aspect, but we're gonna keep saying it. At the end of the day, it's like everyone's a winner in our hearts. Well,
Yeah,
you know, and
for sure.
yeah. But you are correct also, healing, just to point
Yeah.
out before, like
I think every idol in every group should be very, very proud of what they
I
brought
think they
us.
should. Yes.
I don't think a single idol should feel bad. I think
Disappointed or anything. It's
like Unha, for example, she's really down on herself, and um, I think they all put it out there. They all put it on the line, and they should all feel really proud of what they did. To be honest,
I agree.
of course,
That's what I want.
some of us might have some small critiques, but like we said, man, it's more positive.
Yeah.
Every performance was more positive than negative for me. They're just little tiny things,
Mhm.
you know. And that's why it's so hard to rank them.
Dude, it's so impossible. I hate ranking stuff.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on the segment of having to pick a worst team?
I hate it.
It's unfortunate, man. It especially sucks that, like we talked about as well, like Kepler's kind of, that's affecting Kepler the most, I think, unfortunately,
Right now, yeah.
because, they are the youngest group, like
Yep.
obviously, not on paper, but so for them to say any group is the worst is, that sucks for them. But yeah, the segment is kind of strange. I see a lot of discussion about it. Of course, Mnet wants to have their ratings and their views and the attention, but
They need that drama. But what I don't understand is that, like, I feel like although I hate the concept of it, you can still have it. But having them say it like on television, and the reasoning behind it is what I dislike. Like previously in other seasons, Queendom, I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, they wrote it down on a piece of paper, put it in a box, and that's it. And then when it comes to saying the amount of points, then they would show it up without the groups having to say, oh yeah, I rank this person lower, or like that team lower because of this or that, you know?
right.
I do think the concept of it is pretty good, because then it's not purely a like popular vote.
Yeah.
You have this factor of actually having the teams saying, yeah, okay, I would pick this team out of that team and whatnot. But I just hate the fact that they have to say it in front, like
It's
be blunt
uncomfortable.
about it.
It's
Very
when that part comes on, like I don't like it. I'm not enjoying it. A lot of people seem to say that if they have to say someone is worse, that they should have to say someone is better. For me personally, I strongly disagree with that. I wholeheartedly just completely disagree. Like, do I agree that they should have to say someone is worse? No. But I think it's almost like the amount of time and preparation and everything that these girls put into their craft and their performance, they should feel like they did the best. They shouldn't have to. They shouldn't be forced to say someone did better than them. There's no way. I think that
I agree. Yeah, that's
they put all of themselves in their performance. And if a rule set says they have to say someone is better to like save someone's feelings, I do not agree with that. But I don't like that they have to say someone is worse. I think I think this whole segment is just weird and it's uncomfortable, and it just sucks, man, because you can see it, like, whether it's Mnet or not, affecting some of these girls, and it just sucks, man. Like, I don't want any of these idols to feel sad. I don't want any of these idols to, like, you know, get upset at something like that just for ratings. Like, it does suck.
I agree. Oh, you did point in a good point there. Like, it can be degrading to that group ranking higher or lower, because they have to think about that rather than thinking about their own performance and how well they did.
And I think if you had both optional, I just don't know if we would even have a segment in general. I don't know if groups would. We just wouldn't even have a segment. I like what you were saying about Queendom. I think maybe keeping it anonymous or something, and maybe you're forced to say something that you liked about another performance. Like, you don't have to say like this group did better, but you had to pick a group to talk about and explain what you liked about it. Maybe could be cool. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the solution is, but I do think that Kepler's getting the worst of it, unfortunately.
Agreed. There's a certain amount of theater involved in these shows. Yeah, I mean, but yeah, like X-Boy says, like, all of this is 100% because they want that drama. They want some viewership. And to be fair, like, as annoying as it is, like, drama works.
Yeah.
That.
And you would think so, Hyolyn, but I've seen so much like anger from this last one. Like, a lot of people mad at Exy and stuff, and
yeah,
it's just uncalled for. Yeah. So you'd think that people would be used to Mnet, but unfortunately not. That it's acting and scripted. I think that I think there's a level of it that is for sure. Because
it's Mnet.
It was kind of funny that like they showed clips of Exy like losing it over Loona, and then like it was meh.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was kind of funny. Like, that felt very Mnet, and unfortunately, I've seen some people kind of get mad at Exy. It's like, dude, there's something else going on there. That wasn't legitimate. Like, come on, she was loving the performance. Like, it's either Mnet or there's another.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mnet were like, all right, so Exy, you're gonna have to act. You're gonna have to say something. Then Exy's just like, yeah.
Yeah, like, it's. I don't know, man. The whole segment's just weird.
It's just super weird. I'm really uncomfortable. Don't trust anything. Exactly. I mean, it's at this point. Yeah. I mean, as people that has watched like so many Mnet shows, we know not to like trust, but there are new viewers that join in and see that, and they don't know anything about it.
Yeah.
And will automatically jump on stuff, and that's why Mnet keep doing it.
Yeah.
Because they know that there's gonna be this new viewership that will bite the bait and have the drama, you know?
Yeah.
But speaking of drama, have you seen what Shinbi did?
Is it something outside of the episode?
No, it was in the episode. How, like, when she came out, like, for the performance, she came out of the van and she had, look, I'm happy, but I just woke up, alright?
This is just my face. Yeah,
this is just my waking up face, alright? I'm happy. Like, so Mnet couldn't just, like, evil edit her, like, out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there was something about that, but I don't know. I still don't know if that's true or not. But about Yodom and stuff.
Oh yeah, I laugh when I'm uncomfortable all the time. It's always been a problem in my life. I hate it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Bro.
next episode's gonna be amazing.
Same. Oh yeah.
We're
Whoa,
gonna start
whoa,
to
whoa, whoa,
see
100%.
the gold of
Oh,
interactions.
it always is.
Yeah.
I'm just hoping that we get like, because obviously Mnet are gonna put some like heartwarming stuff in. You know, like they're gonna have like, if it's anything like season 1 where they're gonna be like in one house, probably not, because you know COVID and stuff. But
Yeah.
I don't know. But they were all like in one house and they did stuff. Oh, also Street Woman Fighters in it.
That was strong.
Gabby and
That was strong for
Mexican.
Hyolyn as well.
But yeah, anyways. But it looked like they were in the house though. Like in season 1 where they had to pick the different rooms. Because that's how it was. There was like the unit teams of 2. And one group of people would go in different rooms, and then another group would walk into a room, and that would be the person they were paired with or whatever. Yeah. That's what it looks like it's gonna be. But that segment in season 1 was so fun. It's like one of the best episodes.
I'm excited. I see a little potential friendship blooming that I'm excited about. There's been a couple interactions with Yeojun and Kimda that I've enjoyed. You know, like she went up and said hi to them that one time in the previous episode, and then in this last one, she's like, "Yo, are you okay?"
Yeah, the little like Kinchan.
I just want you make some friends.
Bro.
Bits and pieces, Hyoli. I've seen the performances, but everything else just bits and pieces.
Honestly, though, I feel like you should definitely watch season 1.
Yeah, for sure.
But it's up to you, because it will give you little hints on how season 2 might, you know, what direction it's gonna go, and maybe you don't want to know that. So
yeah, well, I think it's fine. I think we talk about it enough on here to. It's okay.
I'm just out here spoiling. I'm sorry.
It's okay. No, I was in and out of Yombi's stream when he was watching it. Do you think the benefits of winning first place outweigh the hate it might bring from other fandoms? I think you don't have to win first place for it to outweigh. I think every group will greatly benefit more than any potential negative. I think so. We keep talking about how good this is for each group, and I just don't see the hate being a factor. Like, even if there is some hate, I don't know. Like, people forget. People move on.
Oh, 100%.
And even then, like, the hate will just be from the toxic side of the space anyway, which I don't really care about that. Yeah, I mean, we've talked about, Oh My Girl is who arguably really who won season 1 in terms of what it did for them, right?
Yeah.
So. Hyunjin collecting everyone's number, yeah. Look, I'm just saying, Yeojin opened the door, okay? She was our little social butterfly. She carried Loona socially. Yes, are we gonna get Bona back for the collab stages?
I don't know.
I think this is when she comes back, right?
Possibly.
I'm excited for that.
It's gonna be soon. It has to be.
Especially after just watching 25-21 and getting to like see more of Bona. Like, I am so excited.
I know. You keep pushing that 25-21 agenda on me.
Oh, I'm gonna keep going. No, I'm excited. Same with that one. I don't think we're gonna get her, but man, that would be.
Well, 100%. Honestly, even if they don't come for these other rounds, I want them at least to be there for the final.
Show up for something, yeah.
At least the final. Dude. It's their own song. Like, they're making a song for themselves. Like,
I'm telling you right now, if that one is in the crowd or something at the finale, like, I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna lose it.
Stop putting ideas in my head.
I'm gonna turn my camera off. and
Start
that's it.
sobbing.
Yeah, I'm gonna mute my mic, turn my camera off, full screen the episode. That's it. If she comes out and performs, I'm gonna lose it. If we got
What
Sea
if we get like a Chew kind of situation, you know, at the concert, where she just like pops up on stage, says hi,
I would lose it.
and it goes like down.
That would be so crazy.
But who knows? Who knows? I definitely want them to be there at least.
Yeah,
For the
me too.
final. At least.
We, on previous episodes of the podcast too, we talked about like our thoughts on alumni showing up, and we did see some of that
What's
in
that?
the last episode. Having some alumni, some Queendom and Kingdom alumni there was really cool.
Yeah.
We kind of talked, about if that would be the case, and we already got it, which was really cool.
It. That was so
We
cool as well, yeah.
Yeah, we got a lot of mini zoom-ins.
Uh-huh.
Minnie got a lot of screen time. But like if we got like Mamamoo and Oh My Girl and stuff on later episodes too, finale maybe, it'd be really cool.
How does it work? Okay, so they release it on certain sites. I think it's like Melon and Bug. They release it there for a whole week, and then you just vote. Like you like the song or something on those sites. Then the final episode airs live. They perform it, and then they get released, not physically, though. Well, it depends on the group. They can release a physical after if they want.
Weekly come to support Loona. Jihan's just there with her light stick.
Oh, bro, stop.
Yeah.
Bro, and I was thinking, what if the sea line just pops out of nowhere for wjsn? Just like in the crowd. I die.
That'd be so cool. I think it's different for every group, right?
I mean, that depends. It depends on the company.
Because like Brave Girls just had a comeback, right? I mean, pretty recently. Yeah, I think it's gonna be different.
But yeah, like to answer the question, Steve, like G-Idol did an MV for Lion, but they didn't have to. Mamamoo don't have a video for their final song. IOA don't. Lovely's either, so it just depends if they want to make it or not. But yeah, really hyped for next episode though. Like that's when it's gonna get really interesting and fun to watch.
I think with all the wholesome interactions and fun, I think it should kind of wipe a little bit of the negativity that was created in the last episode. At least I hope so. I really hope people just take a lot of that stuff with a grain of salt, because dude, we all know like these idols really admire each other. Like it's all just
yeah. We all know, like at the in the first episode or episode 0, whatever. Like they're all like, yo, like we all look up to hyolyn and
like
they're already pretty close. So.
Yeah, we already have some existing friendships on there and stuff, and some new ones blooming. But yeah, I just think I think the interactions and fun that we're gonna have in the next episode, I'm hopeful that will kind of eliminate a bit of that negativity. And I think it's gonna be so fun for everyone, man. I'm so excited. I think I'm most excited for this, even though performances are so exciting. I think this is gonna be the goal right here. We all want the interactions, right? I mean, it's gonna be gonna be good.
All right. I don't even know how long we've been streaming, to be honest.
About an hour and 40 minutes.
An hour and 40 minutes? Ooh, not bad. Not bad.
Do you have any closing thoughts or any other topics you wanted to go over real quick?
I think we talked about everything that I wanted to talk, unless you've got something to add. I think we touched upon everything.
Yeah, not necessarily.
If you guys have any questions that you think is pretty important or you want us to touch upon, let us know down in the comments and we can maybe address them in the next podcast, which I don't know, do we want to do it next week or in 2 weeks after we get all the performances?
I don't know. I'm done either way. Maybe we'll see the next episode and
yeah, see
we'll
how
have
it
a better
goes.
idea.
Maybe we'll get all the episodes in one. Probably not, but
I'm so excited though.
Dude.
So
We're getting
excited.
into the super cool stuff now.
Yeah.
Like as if this wasn't amazing enough.
That's a good question, OG. I think that's a fun topic we could probably end on. Who we want to see
Okay.
in which units?
Well, we talked about
Cliff and
Shinbi.
Jinspal, right?
Oh, yeah.
We already saw that they're in the vocal unit, right?
Wait, did we?
I think we did. I think we saw that, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, maybe I'm just not remembering well then.
To be in the rep unit would be amazing. I think that'd be really cool.
Yeah. We're definitely gonna see some, I don't know, because again, like, it's gonna be taking a risk if we get like surprises, like for example, I mean, VVZ's, anybody could go in the rap line because none of them are technically rappers. But like, let's say, you know, obviously it would be obvious for Exy to be in the rap line, but who knows, maybe she's gonna go in the vocal line.
I love her voice.
You know, bro, she's got an amazing voice.
It could be spicy. She's got a great voice, but she's Exy.
She's Exy.
So like, how could she not rap, right?
Exactly.
Like, you could argue, of course, she could do good in a vocal unit, but dude, Exy is one of those rappers throughout K-pop that when I did my wjsn series, like, I knew it was coming every song, and it still absolutely floored me when she came on her rap parts.
Oh, dude,
every
she's
time.
Got such a flow to her. Like, it's her own flow. Like, I don't know. There's something so special about it. I just freaking love.
So.
Yeah. But yeah, but who knows? She might surprise us and go somewhere else. But how would that affect, though? You know, like, that's the thing.
Yeah.
Who knows? Like, we all here are thinking that Exy's probably gonna go in the rap line, but she could go in the vocal line. But will that help or degrade?
Is there no rap?
You know, vocal line. That wait, what?
That would be very interesting.
That I don't. Did they actually specify what units there was gonna be? Season 1 didn't? Maybe I'm thinking of Queendom, because Queendom had a rap unit. 100% had a rap unit. Yo, hold on. Either way, yeah. Maybe it's from. I'm pretty sure it's Queendom. Okay, listen. I watched season 1 back in 2019. All right, it's been a very long time. I don't remember everything. All right.
I find it interesting that they wouldn't have it, but simplifies things a bit.
Well, I actually, what I remember in season 1 is, wasn't there like for the units, it was like pairs of 2, like they separated each team into 2, and then there was pairs of 2, and then you had the dance unit. Like, they made a whole group with members of all the groups. Wasn't that the unit stage? Or am I mistaken? Vocals was team 2. Okay, yeah. So I did get that wrong. Yeah, Hejan Mini. Yeah. I remember now. But yeah. Okay,
It'll
so
be
maybe I must have gotten the rap from Kingdom, because Kingdom had
It'll be like a
rap
combination of
unit.
GP9 and Kingdom, yeah. Either way, I mean, it's not a big deal. Interesting. Okay. You have some of these idols that could go either way.
True.
It'll be interesting to see the divide. I wonder if we have. Interesting.
They will most likely do that then.
Yeah.
Just have the vocal in teams of 2, and then just one dance team.
Yojin main dancer of the whole show. You'll see.
Bro, I would love to see it though.
We'll see. Solo Yojin dance break. Yeah, I think it's gonna be fun. I'm excited.
Alright, it's gonna be great. Whoa, excuse me. I didn't mean to yawn like that. I'm sorry.
Oh, there are lots of aces on the show though.
Watch them pull off like a MTG and have just an ace unit.
Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting. There's a lot of diversity and talent on the show right now. You could take a lot of girls that could go either direction and do well, you know? A lot. A good bit. So
it's gonna be interesting. Surprising or not.
Alright. Yep.
Yeah, 100%. You know,
Yo, I gotta
well.
I gotta squeeze in my little agendas when I can, you know? I got the spotlight for a moment.
Poor Yojin.
Hey.
Poor Yojin.
Big things come in small packages, ex-boy, okay?
Hey, honestly though. But yeah, anyways.
We haven't even reached her prime. Her ability. Alright. So I think we'll watch the next episode and we'll probably have a better idea
Yeah,
of
we'll see if we're gonna
whether
do
you want to wait a week or not.
Yeah. But until then, guys, keep a lookout. Alright? Subscribe. I don't know. Like, hit the notification bell, maybe. I don't know. That might help. If
Might help a little bit.
Keep up with these podcasts, or join the Discord. You get
Absolutely.
updates over there, or join the Twitch. You'll get notified once we do it live if you want to catch us live. The options are there. Alright, you do what you want. The options are there, either down in the description, or that subscribe button, or that like button, whatever it is. They're there. So go ahead and click on those if you want.
Joe's even watching Business Proposal in Discord right now too. So fun stuff going down.
Business Proposal is the current drama I am watching right now. So yes, if you want to join, you should, because it's always fun. It's fun times. Yep. Speaking of which, what we do today? Well, I probably shouldn't say this because I'm gonna upload this video
after. Upload this a little later, but
but for those watching on Twitch right now, Business Proposal tonight. Yes, episode 3, 4, maybe 5. Who knows? But yes, enough promotion.
Yes.
Let's end it off here. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching and joining in. Thank you, Casey, for joining me on this. It was really fun.
It's always fun.
Hopefully you guys can join next time. But until then, annyeong.